Hello everyone and welcome to this new episode of A Talk in a Park. Very soon we'll be celebrating the new year 2021, which is very exciting. But what's even more exciting is that today we are interviewing Michael. Michael is 25 and he's a secondary school guitar teacher. Hello Michael.
I'm 26.
Michael is 26 and he's a secondary school guitar teacher. Hello Michael.
Greetings.
So Michael, how are you today?
Yeah, not bad. Things are looking up now. The waters have dropped and, our flats aren't going to get flooded, so things are lovely.
Yeah, we should have explained that the last few days we've been on red alerts on the government website because of the flooding, as you can hear probably the sound. So, Michael, you have quite a interesting job. Is there really a high demand for guitar teachers, or were you very lucky to get that job?
Bit of both, really. There are a lot of students out. I mean, it's a popular instrument straight away, guitar, drums, anything that you can sort of vaguely turn into rock and stuff like that is always going to draw a bit of a crowd. So, yeah, there are, how many students have I got? About 20, I think. There's about two other. There are three, including me, 3 teachers covering the guitar at school, and I've got another school as well, which has got about, it's only a tiny school, 12 students there. Quite a lot in total.
Okay, so how would you explain the popularity for guitar? Why not the flute? Why guitar?
Well, you can't plug a flute into a Marshall stack.
Into a what?
A Marshall stack. Big amplifier. Huge.
Okay, interesting. So when you were studying, did you know you would be a guitar teacher, or were you just studying guitar hoping for the best?
I think I knew I'd do a little bit of teaching at some point. I think everybody does. You go to music school, college, whatever you want to call it, you study. But a great way to earn some money is teaching. So you're always going to be doing a little bit of that, even if it's, alongside freelancing, performing, writing, anything. It's a good source of bread and butter.
Okay, would you have liked to be a pop star?
Never in a million years.
Why?
I just wouldn't want to do it, Could you imagine me in a boy band? It would be horrific. It
would be
disaster.
amazing.
It would be terrible.
You already have the looks.
You're lying.
Okay, and so imagine if you were in a boy band, how would you deal with celebrity? Could you handle that?
I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe that would be a horrendous thing. It might be wonderful. I don't know. It's impossible to say until you're in that position.
That's true. Okay.
It could swing either way, that's what I'm trying to say.
That's true. So, guitar was your master degree. What was your undergraduate degree? What was your first degree?
Well, they were both straight up music degrees, really. I first studied guitar.
Yeah.
But no, the first degree I did was just a bog standard music degree. You cover all sorts of things: theory, playing, composition, the lot, really. And then I specialised in performance with my masters.
That's good. But before all that, you were an estate agent, and that's really interesting. Can you tell us more about that? You always have funny story to tell about when you were an estate agent, so maybe our listeners would like to hear some of them.
All 3 of them. The listeners, that is. Oh God, estate agenting. It was a pretty grim job for me.
Why?
Just didn't like it, It wasn't really. I wouldn't call myself much of a salesman. I'd turn up, I'd fall out of the car, drop everything, drop the keys, sort of laugh. People buying houses don't really want someone as clumsy, I think, or as what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't matter, but it just wasn't. I was a square peg in a round hole.
Okay, so, but if you would have felt more adequate, was the most negative thing the feeling you had of not being adequate, or was it the job in itself that you didn't like?
That was quite deep, wasn't it? Feelings of inadequacy. Ooh.
Well, that's what you just said.
Did I? No, yeah. I just said I was a square peg in a round hole.
Which is inadequacy.
No, it's not inadequacy. Right, argument. Here we go. No, I promise I won't hit you. But it's not inadequacy. It's just the wrong thing. I wasn't terrible at it. There were some things I did okay, but I just wasn't interested. I wasn't enjoying it.
Okay, and do you think you could be a good salesman, but like in another field? Because you're quite a social person, aren't you?
Sometimes.
Always. Okay.
70% of the time.
So do you think you behave differently in each of those two jobs? And if so, in what way? Between like teacher and estate agent?
Did I behave differently?
Yeah.
I got away with a lot more in the office, because there's a lot of stuff you can't say within a school context, otherwise, well, you're going to lose your job. So, you know, I wouldn't really hold back at work at the estate agents. You just laugh with your colleagues. You could get away with anything until obviously a customer was involved. So I don't think I behave too differently. I just channel things into slightly different areas. You know, you can be more vulgar in an office, but you can sort of be a bit more what's the word I'm looking for? You can still be humorous at school, but you've got to keep it within the grounds of taste.
Yeah, that makes sense. Other question, very different. If you could go back in time and talk to yourself when you were 17, what would you tell the 17-year-old Michael? That's a tough one.
It is a tough one, but I'll keep the answer simple. I'll probably say, you're going to do all right, mate.
Yeah, you think he would have needed reassurance, maybe?
I don't know, I'm trying to remember really. It was a long time ago, sort of. You know, it's almost 10 years, that's scary.
Yeah.
I don't really know, I think it would be. Things will be alright, just trust yourself more.
Oh,
Trust your instincts more.
that's a good thing. And what would you say to the 10-year-old Michael?
Now that's even harder. I'd probably say BMXing isn't going to work out for you. Try something different.
What is not gonna work?
BMXing, you know,
BMXing.
pulling wheelies on bikes and jumping off of ramps and stuff like that.
Oh, BMX, like the bike.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was a bit lost.
I wasn't that good, but I didn't break anything, so it's all good.
Yeah, that's good. And last one of this kind of question, what would you say to the estate agent, Michael?
All your pain will be over sooner than you think.
Okay.
And your stomach will recover. That's the important one.
Okay. Why, did you have a stomach problem back then?
I was very stressed.
Oh.
It affects us all in different ways.
Yeah.
You know, some people go to the toilet a lot. Some people drink a lot. I can't think of any other examples right now.
I think that's fine.
I'm trying to keep it
so
within the grounds of taste here.
why were you so stressed? Was it the job that was stressing you, or?
Yeah, it just wasn't for me. I was just completely wrong for it. I wasn't enjoying it. I wasn't that interested. It was just one of those things where everything was not right.
Yeah.
You know, my colleagues were fine. I used to get along with them really well. We had some bloody good laughs there, actually. You can edit that out, can't you?
No.
Mild cursing. Oh, never mind.
Well. Okay, the hardest one maybe. What is your purpose in life?
To avoid death as much as I can.
That's good enough. Other thing to add on that point?
What is my purpose in life? That's such a deep question. What is a purpose in life? Are we meant to have a purpose in life?
Maybe not.
Maybe not. I'm going to leave that one unanswered. I don't know.
Okay. Maybe I'll interview you again at the end of the year or next year and we'll see if that has changed or not. Okay, easier one now. If you could have a magic superpower.
It's magic.
Sorry. A magic superpower.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be magic.
God, that's really hard. A superpower. The first thing I can think of is really stretchy arms for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe there's like a badger stuck up a tree or something.
Yeah. Or if you're in bed in the morning, you can just get yourself breakfast without moving from your bed. Yeah,
you can reach things on high shelves, stuff like that. You know, it's useful.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Very practical. Yeah. What is the best place you've ever visited, or the best place you've ever been to?
That's a really hard question.
Yeah, they are hard today.
Yeah, why have you made them so hard?
Because I believe in you.
I'm going to answer your question with a question.
Yeah.
Why?
That's interesting. That can be
We
interesting.
go over the bridge.
Okay, so is this bridge the best place you've ever been to?
For the purposes of this interview, yes, I love this bridge.
What do you like about this bridge?
I love the history.
What is it? What is its history?
Well, this bridge, as we know, spans the Great River Ouse. I think I pronounced it right. But this was also the site in 1832 where the resurgence of the Bedford witch trials happened.
Are you making this up?
No, it's genuinely true.
Oh, yeah.
So, 5 women in Bedford were suspected of being witches, and what they did, they threw them off of this bridge.
Oh.
Not very nice, is it?
No.
They sank. Not a witch. Probably still die though, because, you know, swimming qualifications didn't come in until 1903.
Yeah.
So, and if they floated, witch, and then just for that period, you know, this was rare in the 1800s, but public burnings became a thing again. So unfortunately they were taken off to, because, you know, they sank and they managed to, no, they floated, sorry, what am I on about? Managed to fish them out in time. Took them up to where the castle was, burnt them to a crisp. Very sad. But the bridge is a staunch reminder never to burn witches again.
Okay. So is that your favourite bridge in Bedford?
For those reasons which are completely non-fictitious, yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's change the topic. If you could change one thing on your body, what would it be?
Oh dear.
I don't want to create you any complex by asking this, though.
Have you asked everyone else this?
I don't know. I kind of
sure you
pitched the
have
question.
you?
I'm just taking the question as they come up, you know, like in my mind.
Oh, one thing. There are so many things that need altering.
Don't make us cry.
Oh. Would sort of...
Private parts?
No, I wasn't talking... No, come on.
So...
I changed my private part, how dare you. I don't know, I'd probably make my knees bend both ways.
Oh.
Just because it could be quite amusing.
Yes. For what purpose?
Why not?
Yeah. So you would have knees that can bend both ways and very, very long, stretchy arms.
Yeah. Doesn't get much more practical than that, does it?
Okay, you could be a gymnast.
Exactly.
Okay. How would you describe your relationship with music?
Ooh.
What is music to you?
Well,
what does it represent?
It depends on the day. Sometimes it's quite nice, some days it makes me angry.
Angry?
I wouldn't say it's a turbulent relationship, but it's just a thing that's there, that happens now and again, you know?
Okay. So you would say like music helps you to get rid of some angry feelings, or like how does that work?
Sometimes. Again, it's all dependent on mood. It's too varied to give a fixed answer, I think.
Yeah.
Because, you know, mood affects so many different things. Sometimes. And also the way you feel, you know, if you're tired, but you're in a good mood, you're still not going to be wanting to go crazy, playing all the hard stuff and, you know, really trying to break new ground. That's a poor example, but it kind of highlights what I'm trying to say, does it, I think?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Would you say that your relationship with music has changed, like from when you were a child to now, or has it always been this kind of like love-hate relationship?
Hard to remember. It's probably become a bit more love-hate in recent times.
Why?
I don't know. I think anything when it becomes a profession, you know, you're doing it more. It's that, you know, you're depending on it to live as well.
Would you say that's when you were an estate agent, you then developed a love-hate relationship with houses?
Oh no, I hated them all the time.
Okay. Okay, so besides music, which form of art touches you the most? Which form of art touches your soul the most? Can be dance, sculpture, painting, songs,
Art,
but like not music, so like poetry, literature, modeling clay.
Oh, let's go with model and clay. I hadn't.
No,
even
I
thought
shouldn't have said that. Every time I say something.
That's great. We'll do model and clay. There's nothing like a clay sculpture.
Okay, why clay and why not marble?
Clay is more forgiving than marble.
Ooh. Develop?
You know, Imagine getting your hands and plunging them into the ground and pulling up like a big chunk of clay.
Yeah.
Can't do that with marble, you'll break your fingers.
Yeah. Okay, would you say you are, like, your personality is more clay or more marble?
What does that even mean?
Are you flexible?
It depends. I surprise myself sometimes.
Are you spontaneous?
Does that answer your question?
Okay, so Michael just gestured in the air, pretending to be a ninja. Okay, so modeling clay is the form of art that touches your soul the most after music, then?
I think so. Yeah. I think there's something about clay. You know, especially pottery as well. You know, whack it on the wheel, stick your thumbs in. All of a sudden, you've got a vase. That's pretty special.
Yeah. What relationship do you have with poetry? Because I'm guessing, like, because with music you're dealing with songs, which are a form of poetry. Do you like poetry, or are you not interested in it at all?
I probably use it more to take the mick out of things than anything.
You use it to what, sorry?
Take the mick, take the piss,
Oh.
have a laugh with, lampoon things. But I don't know, I mean, it certainly has its place. I think there are some, especially in songs, I mean, there are some incredible lyrics out there that do, you know, float the boat. I don't know, I wouldn't say it's something that has ever had a huge impact on me. I'm not the sort of guy that's gonna, you know, lie down in a field of wheat and recite the works of Keats. That's not really my thing at all, but maybe no one does that, I don't know, but yeah, it's there for a reason. Sometimes, you know, I'll sort of venture into that realm just to, you know, mostly for humorous reasons, but it's quite nice, isn't it? Everybody likes poetry.
Yeah, that's true. So if you could listen to only one song for the rest of your life, which song would it be?
But that's impossible. I could never ever answer that question. Again, it's the same thing. There are too many songs and that are likeable for too many different reasons. That's really tough. Really, really tough.
Yeah.
Maybe that's another one for a year's time.
Okay.
I can't think of anything right now.
That's
for some reason.
very
Sorry
hard.
about that.
Yeah. So same thing. If you went on a desert island and you could only bring three things, what would you bring? Three objects, not three people.
3 objects.
Yeah.
3 objects on a desert island. Well, I think a gun would be useful.
What for?
Shooting things.
Yeah, but it's a
Food,
desert
for
island.
instance.
Oh, okay.
Say
yeah.
like if there's like a swarm of donkeys living on this island.
Yeah.
I'm going to need to eat, so I need to dispatch them quickly.
Okay.
I'd probably grab a guitar, I'd get bored otherwise.
Yeah.
And something else. My car, so I can do donuts on the beach.
Your car. If it's a desert island, well, your car.
Yeah.
Your car. But there won't be any roads. It's a desert
donuts
island.
on the beach.
What do you mean?
Skidding round in circles just for a laugh.
Ah,
And laughing.
Okay, I thought like donuts like the thing
How
you eat.
ridiculous the situation is.
Okay, yeah. Oh, interesting. So, yeah, how has the flooding made you feel those last few days? Has it like brought bad feelings into you?
None whatsoever. I've barely batted an eyelid.
Oh, come on.
No, it's true. You know, some people have gone crazy. People have been, you know, lining their driveways with small bags of what look like rubbish just to try and keep the deadly floodwaters at bay. Some people have evacuated. I've just really haven't done anything differently to what I'd usually do.
Except taking more walks to observe.
Apart from that, you know, I think it's important to see what's happening outside. It's more, you know, you're driven by curiosity.
Yeah.
Rising waters, more current, people going crazy. Yes, please, I'll have some of that.
Okay. Last question, I think, for today. What are your plans in the near future?
Near future, very, very good question. Wouldn't mind cutting down the teaching a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fancy doing something else. I'm trying to just think about that at the moment, actually. Another sort of, I need something off the wall, something a bit, you know, out of the blue. A new project, something fresh, I think. I'm not sure what that is yet, though. But that's the criteria.